Hi guys, my name is Alicia Nagorski and I'm going to be the Healthy Skeptic on the topic about BPA. So bisphenol A, otherwise known as BPA, is an organic compound that is used as a building block in plastics as well as plastic additives. According to PubChem, it is considered to be a corrosive, an irritant, and a health hazard in large quantities. There is a very small amount of BPA found in our plastics, but many people are concerned about it because some believe that it is an endocrine disruptor, which means that it can cause maternity issues and birth defects. There have been many studies showing that the amount of BPA in plastics that are used for food consumption is safe. And for this reason, consumers should not avoid canned foods with BPA-lined containers or avoid using BPA-containing plastic water bottles. According to the FDA, the amount of BPA that is used in food packaging and containers is not harmful to humans. There is a small amount of exposure to humans because it can move from the packaging of the food and beverages that are contained by it. But with most things, the chemicals will leach out and come into contact with the surrounding objects. The FDA does carefully monitor this, and it runs frequent tests to assure customers that the products that they are ingesting are safe. All packaging that contains food is regulated by the FDA, which sets specific safety standards, meaning that BPA-containing packaging goes through lots of tests to ensure that it causes no harm to the consumers. There was a study done by the FDA in 2008, which resulted in the agency stating that the amount of BPA that gets ingested by people from the food possesses no health risks, and I got that from an article written by Cornwall. The same study determined that there's no evidence of harm from BPA in low doses. In our food, we are only exposed to very minimal concentrations of this chemical compound. The risk that many people are worried about is the disruption to the endocrine system or the hormonal system. BPA is thought to cause reproductive issues in the parents and then the developmental issues in offspring. A study done by Goodman and his colleagues in 2009 analyzed many studies and commented on the lack of consistency in the doses of the chemical, the time of the given dose, and the species that they were working on. This inconsistency implies that researchers could be altering the experiments to work in their favor and produce the results that they want to see. The same paper determined that the weight of evidence does not support the hypothesis that low oral doses of BPA affect human reproductive and developmental health. So basically, there was no correlation between BPA and health hazards. Another study examined the reproductive effects of BPA in pod species. They're just these little tiny shrimp-looking animals. And it was conducted by Marshall and his colleagues in 2003. The researchers continuously exposed the pods to BPA and other related chemicals and determined that their fecundity, their sex ratio, and survival were not significantly effective even at concentrations as high as 10 micrograms a liter, which is a lot more than what we would be consuming with our plastics. So these results show that even at high concentrations that are way greater than what we consume, there is no significant effect of BPA on reproductive and endocrine health. So there are many studies showing that BPA is not as harmful as many people believe it to be. The FDA continues to monitor the levels of BPA in plastic packaging that contains our food and drinks, and it does ensure that these are at safe levels. The amount of BPA that gets transferred from plastic to our food is not great enough to cause us any harm in our lifetime. It would take hundreds of years for us to face any effect of it. And for these reasons, consumers should not avoid canned foods with BPA-lined containers or avoid using BPA-containing plastic water bottles. Thank you.